And we are live. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my live stream. My name is Tyler Ramsbey. I am your host. And hey, before we get started, if you guys can let me know how the microphone sounds. I totally forgot to test this, but my daughter is in Girl Scouts, and if you know Girl Scouts, you know that cookie season starts this Monday. And so we just got done a little bit ago. We made like an entire cookie commercial that we're going to share locally. We used this setup, but I had to adjust my microphone for her because she's much quieter than I am. So I just got done fixing all the other stuff from our sweet Girl Scout commercial, but I didn't mess with my mic. All right, everyone said it sounds good. Sweet. So as long as it's not clipping, then we are good. Is she in a contest? She is not. We do have I'm looking at them right now. It's actually a very unhealthy habit because I have a 138 boxes of Girl Scout cookies right there. Like I can see the boxes, and far too many nights I get done eating supper and I'm like, all right, y'all, what flavor of Girl Scout cookies do we want now? And I go and buy myself Girl Scout cookies from my daughter in the basement and bring them up. So I've been eating way too many Girl Scout cookies. I need to box a lot more or else I'm going to gain a whole bunch of weight. But the Girl Scout cookie season does start on Monday. If anyone does want to buy Girl Scout cookies, obviously I'm not going to hand deliver them to your house unless you live by me, but there is an online website that my daughter has set up that you can actually order them and have them shipped to you, but we're not supposed to like spam that to people we don't know. So like if you specifically want to support my daughter and support me and buy Girl Scout cookies, send me a private message on Discord and I'll share that link with you. Otherwise, if you're on Facebook and you have me as a Facebook friend, you'll see it there. But I tend to only add people on Facebook like who I know personally. That's not like my streaming social media. That's like family and friends on Facebook. All right. So with my Girl Scout introduction, I want to say hello to everyone joining live on chat. Got a lot of chat already going on. Apparently, all of you are like me, and you don't have a life and you sit in front of your computer on a Saturday night. If that's you, don't feel attacked because that's me as well. See if I can shout out everybody in chat. Let's see if I scroll up. Over on YouTube, and also I forget to say this, we're live right now on 3 different platforms. So I'm live on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitch. You're welcome to join on whichever platform works best for you. We got Christopher Young, we got Dario TG, we got Mr. J Gold, we got Mr. Nobot, we have there's Dario again, we have Osmond, I don't know how to say your last name, my friend. We have John Ojeda, we have Anad Darshan. Am I missing anyone? We got Troy Julian. All right, cool. And over on Twitch, we have Bottleneck, we got Koke, we got Dark Coder, we got your Cloud Pros, we got Nefos. What is up, y'all? On LinkedIn, I don't think anyone's commented yet on LinkedIn. We have a handful of people watching there. So, hey, whether you have dropped something in the comments or not, great to have you here. Otherwise, yo, drop in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from, why you're here. Christopher Young said, I'm just trying to land my first web pen testing job someday, willing to sacrifice Saturday nights to sprint my way to the career. I'm already in the career, and I still sacrifice Saturday nights because I have nothing better to do. All right, y'all. Here's what we're going to do in today's stream. I've been doing a lot of cloud stuff, but I want to revert. I want to do some old school, well, not old school machines, but HackTheBox. I used to do a lot of HackTheBox, just jump on stream, pick a random machine, and go through it blind, and let's do that. I love HackTheBox. I love their standalone machines. They have the best standalone CTF machines in the business today, at least in my opinion. Usually very realistic, not super CTF-y, but very realistic of what you'll encounter in the real world, and I'll do my best as we go through this to treat it like an actual pen test. So even when I find informational findings such as version disclosure, I'll point those out to you and let you know, like on a real pen test, I would report this to a client. This is something you would note down. So I'll try to provide a little additional context as we work our way through a machine. I will share my screen. Here we are logged into HackTheBox, and I can't do any active machines. So that is the only downside of HackTheBox. I'm going to fix my webcam real quick too. Just put it up a little bit. I can't do any active machines because that's against their policies. I can only do retired machines. So if you don't have a sub to HackTheBox, you can't do most of the retired machines, so you'll just have to live vicariously through me. But we'll go ahead and click machines. We are going to choose an easy machine. Now, don't let the easy difficulty in HackTheBox mislead you because HackTheBox easy machines are not easy. HackTheBox easy machines are far more difficult than anything I encountered on like exams like the OSCP. So easy machines are not easy. I think they might be, there must be like a John Hammond measuring stick on how they measure this. Like easy for John Hammond, often insane for Tyler Ramsbey. So it's the John Hammond measuring scale. So just know easy doesn't mean easy, but we're going to dive into stuff. Mr. Nobot said Crafty was not easy for me. Did you already do Crafty? That's awesome, dude. I haven't even looked at it. So I'll have to check out Crafty. Unfortunately, I can't do that on stream, obviously. But let's go to retired machines, and I want to look at most recent ones. The other plus about easy machines is they generally say it should take you, 3 to 4 hours. So they're just a lot better suited for live streaming. Hard machines could take, weeks. I'm not going to stream weeks. All right, let's go ahead and can I sort by, is it already sorting by newest? Let's see, sort by release date. Okay, and we'll go difficulty easy. And you see I've done a few of these. We'll just go to like the third page and let's see what's on the third page. I've done a lot of these as well. We have backdoor. So here's, if you're new to HackTheBox, really this rating right here is what I always go by. I kind of ignore the HackTheBox rating because once again, it's not very accurate. So like this backdoor machine, I would say is more medium ranked. But you can see it only has a 3.7 rating. So I don't want to do that one. I like to do the ones that have higher ratings. I know I'm going to learn something fun from. Like, okay, this looks like a solid one. Horizontal, whatever it is. We have, easy, not too easy, and medium in a ranking of 4.3. Just glancing through here, some other ones. Cap might be, well, so cap we have a piece of cake. I'm actually curious why people say it's a piece of cake, but a ranking of 4.4. Let's do cap. I've never even heard of this one before. And we do have guided mode. Perfect. So if you're new to HackTheBox, there's kind of two ways. You can do adventure mode, which is the classic, hey, user flag and root flag. And then guided mode, it makes it more like a try hack me machine where it guides you along the process. It doesn't give you the answers, but it gives you some hints. So when I do a HackTheBox machine, this is how I approach it. Number one, we're going to try adventure mode. When, or I should, not if, but truly when I get stuck, we'll switch over to guided mode and say, hey, maybe with a hint I can figure it out. And if we're still stuck, we'll look at the official walkthrough only up until we're no longer stuck. So that's generally how I approach these machines. So let's go ahead and spawn machine. Default sex a question. Can one do a write-up or live stream on a challenge before it's retired? I mean, you can, but you're not supposed to. That's why I don't live stream it. Like you can, generally what I've seen people do is they'll record themselves going through it, or they'll do a write-up, but then they'll lock the write-up until the machine retires and then they'll release it. But you'll notice even if you Google like name of machine walkthrough, they're out there, but it is against the HackTheBox terms of use. So there is a chance if you do something like that, you could get your account banned. Remember, this is a brand new instance of Kali, so I don't have any VPNs or anything, so you have to get the VPN and everything installed. There we go. No, I think it's lab. There we go. You know, I need to get RustScan reinstalled too. Sorry, Dark Coder, I can't do free machines because usually the free machines are the active ones and it's against HackTheBox's terms of use. I can't live stream active machines. Oh, I could just run to Docker as well, I suppose. Oh, wait, there's a Debian file? How do I always forget this stuff when I'm installing things? Let's download the actual release then. Here we go. Let's do it this way. It's just going to be faster. We'll do sudo dbkg-i like that. All right, we got rustscan installed. I don't remember the syntax, even though I myself made a video on how to do it. Let's remember the syntax. I think I can just give it the target, right? And it will do the rest for me. So just rustscan and then the target, and it will scan all the IPs, and then we'll slow down and see what's actually alive there. So let's go ahead and grab our IP, and we'll add it to Etsy hosts. All right, there we go. Do I need to give it the IP? Oh, maybe you do have to do like target. What am I doing wrong with my usage? I can't even figure out how to use rustscan anymore, even though I made a video on how to use it. Oh, do I need -A maybe? There we go. Sweet. Now we'll get our open ports and we'll scan it with Nmap and see what's open. Do it, then post it when it retires. I could, but I couldn't live stream it, right? So I could record it offline and then post it, but that's no fun. So we only have 3 ports open. We have FTP, SSH, and port 80, which is HTTP. So we'll do Nmap. Someone told me you can do this with rustscan, but I don't remember how to do it. 80-A to run all of our checks, cap.hackthebox and -V for verbose mode, and let's see what's running. And while we do that, let's get our notes pulled up and get our notes set up. All right. And I like to drop the IP in here as well. Let's go change node properties actually like this. Come on, I believe in you. You know what else we need to do? We need to get Cato installed. I'm guessing Cato might come in handy on here, so let's do that. Once I log in, I'll go back to sharing my screen. I don't want it called Cato CLI. Let's move that to Cato. And now sudo move Cato to user local bin. Get authenticated one more time. Um. Almost there. All right. Here we go. Let's get you set up by creating a new project. Let's do it. And we are doing cap. No cap. Next. I know how to use it. All right, let's go ahead and install this. I'm even gonna have to install Foxy, Proxy, and everything. Like I said, this is a brand new machine. A Dark Coder, I can't do active machines. It's against HackTheBox's terms of use. That's why. I don't feel like getting banned. I also know people at HackTheBox. Not going to be that guy. Options. Proxies. Did that work? I don't like the new interface. Okay, I think it worked. We can check real quick. There we go, it's working. Beautiful. We'll actually pull that out. And then we have that open if we need it. Okay, I'm slowly getting everything set up, and it looks like our InMap scan is done. Reach Chris Young said, do you know which tier membership we need in order to follow along and hack you and hack the box? Whatever the lowest tier is. I think it's just VIP. I don't have VIP Plus or anything. I'm missing lots of comments on YouTube. Have you heard any good things about the Hack the Box job board? Has anyone actually got hired? I've heard nothing about it. So I don't have any personal experience. Can't speak to it. Mr. Nobot said, by the way, is there any chance to do OSCP without the 90 days, so exam only? Nope, it's not possible because OffSec wants all your money. Gunnicorn. Alright. Let's copy maybe this. Copy this, go over to Cherry Tree, drop it in here, highlight it, Control-Alt-C to do code syntax highlighting, and zoom in a little bit, break it apart. And we'll set new tabs for each one of these, so we'll do FTP 21, and as we enumerate, we'll keep all of our nodes in their individual tabs because it helps keep my brain organized. Come on, scroll. What are you doing, bruh? Scroll. They see me scrolling. 80. Jeez, why is my freaking mouse not working? I mean, it's kind of working, but it's not working great. All right, when we look at these initial ports, the first thing is SSH probably isn't going to be super useful to us unless we're able to get credentials. If we can get some credentials, we'll be able to dive into things, maybe SSH and get access to the box. We have FTP open, so one thing we want to check on here is we'll check for anonymous access. And I will just say, if this was a pen test, really, you would report two things. If this was internet facing, so if this was an external network pen test, we would tell the client, hey, you don't want SSH exposed generally facing to the internet. You want it like a specific IP range of whitelisted. You don't want anyone to SSH into it. And we'll find out later, but we want to know, is password authentication enabled? If so, we would also report that as an informational finding. Generally speaking, when you use SSH, you want to use keys, not password authentication. And FTP, that'd be a big no-no. You don't want FTP internet facing, and if there's anonymous access, that's an even bigger finding. HTTP web server, we'll check that out as we get there. Do we have information disclosure here though? And when we know the server, do we have version information? I don't see any version information off the top. But those are a few things I would point out right away if we were doing an actual pen test. Let's go ahead and check for anonymous access, and let me look over the chat, make sure I'm not missing anything. Leon said this latest season is a nightmare for people who don't have a personal instance. I noticed that in Discord, dude, which makes me not want to do it. I saw people talking about that in Discord. Let's see, looking over at YouTube. Never seen Kato. Is it even worth checking out Friday at Burt Pro? I mean, I use Burt Pro predominantly. I only use Kato when I live stream because I know Burt Pro is not accessible for a lot of people. So I try to use a free alternative. And Community Edition just doesn't have enough features, in my opinion. Random guy said, I've done IMAP scan on a target. It has given me all the information I need except for service version. I use both A and SV, but it doesn't give me up. Any tips? You probably have to manually footprint it then. Leon said, the box crashes if the exploit for initial foothold fails. You have to reset. Yeah, that's lame. Especially on a shared instance. So in other words, everybody is like constantly crashing the box. That sucks. That'd be so frustrating. And that's where VIP Plus would pay off. So what Leon's talking about, for those of you who may be new to the VIP world, the HackTheBox world is there's, I think, 3 tiers of membership in the main HackTheBox platform. There's free, which gives you access to all the active machines and challenges for free, but it's shared instances. There's VIP, which is what I have. It gives you access to like the VIP servers, but it's still a shared instance, and you also get access to all the retired machines and challenges. And then there's VIP Plus, which has everything there, as well as unlimited use of the Pwn box, which is their web-based kind of Parrot OS box, which is actually pretty good, and you get personal instances of all machines. So then if the machine is unstable, well, you only have yourself to blame in that instance. All right, so let's go ahead and check for anonymous access on this FTP server. All right, so anonymous access is not allowed. So if we get credentials, we'll want to come back to this. Let's go ahead and take a screenshot of this. So that would be a strength. So the other thing you do when you're at a pen test report is you include not only the weaknesses, but you often include the strengths. So like if we were writing this in a pen test report as an example, we would say the FTP server does not allow anonymous access, preventing malicious actors from gaining access to the server, right? You would write something like that as a strength on the pen test. So when you're an actual pen tester, you're looking for both the weaknesses and strengths for the client. Coke and I, we don't know the box content so far. I think we know it's Linux, but that's it. Linux. That's all we know. So we're slowly discovering it ourselves. And so, like I said, SSH, not going to do much there. We could see, like, so you see the fact that it prompts for a password? That tells us that password authentication is enabled. So that would actually be, if this is a, whoops, wrong screenshot tool. If this is a real pen test, this would be an informational or maybe a low finding. You don't want to be using password authentication, especially on a public-facing server. Let's call it informational info finding. All right, a screenshot showing that it's enabled. But here is where we're going to spend a lot of our time. So if we look at this, first we see this Unicorn thing, so we'll copy that. It's some weird HTTP server based on the responses. And so I like to make a to-do list so you don't fall into a bunch of rabbit holes. So we'll research Unicorn. I don't know if that's the actual name of like a CMS or if it's just the name of this website. We'll run stuff like GoBuster on directories. We can run FFUF for vhost. Well, we'll just use GoBuster for vhost. It might work. It might not work. I have no idea. We'll do nicto for a basic web scan. We'll check the source code, and then we'll just browse the website. So let's get some of our scans running so we can do those things while those scans run. So we'll just throw this to the side, get our terminal pulled up. GoBuster dir. Do we have GoBuster installed? Nope. Let's install it. Chris Young said, I've never heard of these names. Are you casting a spell? Oh, do you mean like these names right here? Now you have. You don't know, now you know. Isn't that Notorious B.I.G.? Alright, GoBuster, dir, u. Cap.HackTheBox, wordlist, share, wordlist, dirbuster, directory, list 2.3, medium. Oh, we have a data endpoint. That, I mean, that already seems interesting. GoBuster, vhost, -u, cap.HackTheBox, w. We'll just use the same word list because YOLO. It's really not the best word list for vhost, but oh well. And we'll do nicto-h, cap.HackTheBox. Okay. We'll let those scans run while we go ahead and browse the website. We'll get Cato pulled up so we can monitor some of the requests. And we'll throw this to the side. We'll go to HTTP cap.HackTheBox. And we have a security dashboard. Ooh, interesting. So they definitely should not be exposing this to the internet, right? If this is a pen test report, you don't want to be exposing the number of security events, the number of failed login attempts, and the number of port scans to anyone who accesses your web server. That would be a big no-no, a big misconfiguration here. Oops. Let's go ahead and grab this. So here's what the website looks like. Am I missing anything in chat? Serge said, I like the strategy of solving these boxes like an actual pen test. I never thought of that. You know, I didn't really think about that either, honestly, until I started doing actual pen testing. There's just things you notice in a pen test that aren't a big deal on CTFs, but if you begin noticing them, it'll help you a lot on a pen test. Like the big difference between a pen test and a CTF is like the goal is, can you get root access, get reverse shell, whatever it is. You're often not going to get that on a CTF. I mean, or on a pen test. I think on one web app in the past year, I got full RCE, but generally speaking, clients' environments are relatively hardened, especially compared to a CTF. But a pen test is a much more holistic approach. You're finding everything, including informational findings that could be used by an attacker, but isn't necessarily a vulnerability, such as some of the things I pointed out before. So you're looking for informationals, lows, mediums, highs, and then criticals. And when we find a critical, we do what's called early disclosure. So if I find a critical on a pen test, I'll actually let the client know about it. Like immediately, I'll write it up and send it to them saying, hey, this is a critical finding. You might want to patch this because an attacker could actually abuse this. But I will say I find those pretty often. I'd say in every 4 like web app pen tests, for an example, on at least one, I'll find a critical finding that I notify the client about that day, saying, hey, you want to fix this before a real threat actor stumbles across this. Can you check out EJPT's syllabus and tell us how to study? So I'm not going to do that right now, but if you're interested in EJPT, my friend Jeremy, I'm blanking on his last name, starts with an M. Protagonist is a screen name. He has some videos on it. Let me see if I can find his video. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna show you this video real quick. This is what I would recommend. Right here, it's from my friend, fellow streamer. Every once in a while he'll stream on here, but five tips to crush the EJPT. I just dropped it on YouTube. Otherwise, just Google Protagonist. Check out his channel. He has some really good content. All right. Anyways, let's actually make this full screen, and I just want to browse around. Are we logged in as Nathan? Oh, shoot. We're already logged in as someone? Okay, so those buttons don't do anything. So we have these options over here. 5-second PCAP and analysis. What's this actually do? Is this doing some remote code execution? No, it doesn't go anywhere. Do these all just redirect? Oh, we have IP information. So capture just goes to this. This is the security snapshot. We have IP information here, though. This is the machine, the IP of our machine, right? Yeah. So that's interesting. So one question I have is, how is this being executed? Is this actually running the command on the back end? And if so, can we abuse some type of parameter that's being passed here? So it's not being pulled in by like a dynamic script from what I can see. It's just printed there in the HTML, but still very interesting. We'll come back to that. What's this? Oh, wow. Yeah, this is a huge deal. So actually this would probably be like a critical finding. If this is a legit pen test, like you don't want to be exposing this information to the internet. I would let a client know about this immediately. Right? That's how I'd write it up. Something like that. Web application exposes internal network information to the internet. What are we looking at? What kind of info? This is just network info. So we can see like this is running like Netstat A&O and seeing, hey, what IPs are open? What are we listening on? Here's our web server. Here's my IP, right? 10.10.14.4. That's my IP right there. Yeah, these are internal subnets. But all of it's going to be, because we're on a VPN, right? You can't, it's not really going to be public facing, but I think like the approach of HackTheBox is it's supposed to be like an external network pen test. Surge asks on YouTube, how often do you not find anything vulnerable in a web pen test? Just curious again. There's always something. I've never submitted a blank pen test. I mean, it happens, but not very often. There's at least something that, you know, you can help the client with. Okay, let's monitor some of these requests now when they go through. Richard, I don't know what you're talking about, my friend. Bro, listening Edward Costa. You want me to listen to it? I can't. I'm guessing that's copyrighted song. The music you hear in the background is copyright-free music. I can't play copyright music because then Twitch and YouTube get mad. So it's just a GET request to IP. That's all it's doing. None of that stuff's interesting. Was there any... You missed password. Don't miss password. Hello, sir. Where are you? I am eagerly waiting for you. Where's this email at? Okay. What is Gunicorn? Oh, it's a real thing. Okay, so we want to look for vulnerabilities in that. Remember, we saw Gunicorn and I said to research that? Let's read what it is. And let's get our robot pulled up, our robot friend, as we hunt through some of this stuff. My VM's just getting too much stuff. It's being slow. And it's open source on GitHub, so we can actually look through GitHub. Python, okay. Okay, we don't want to look at a write-up. I don't think it's going to be HTTP request smuggling. I mean, I guess it's possible. Gunicorn contains an improper neutralization of CRLF sequences and HTTP headers. So, we have a few things here. Oh, netstat? Can we actually run the command? Hold up. I know I'm jumping around here, but I'm kind of right now just following any thread that seems interesting to me. Close out some of these for now. And so the other thing that's interesting, this is actually doing it in real time. Because you can see my IP here. How is this working on the back end? Wondering if command injection. Just want to see if I can preview it so it's easier. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Leon. I had the exact same thought. Okay, I'm not going to wait for that install. I wonder if I need to URL encode that. Okay, no, so that doesn't work. Good try. Oh. Isn't that interesting? So it's somehow running netstat, but I don't see any way to inject into netstat. I also noticed this test or this search thing. We could try fuzzing this search thing, like for SQL injection or various injection attacks. Can I preview stuff yet? That's lots of previewing there. I found a WP config file. I don't think so. I think it's a false positive. We'll check that out. Nano. We'll just throw SQL map at it real quick. Okay. I'm going to take its word for it. No vhost stuff. Directories. No other interesting directories. That netstat, though, is super interesting. If I could just figure out how on the back end it's running those commands, we could figure out code injection. Let me think. I'm sure it's something simple too I'm missing. No, we didn't see a SQL map say it didn't have any findings. No critical findings. Oh, so network status is netstat. I see. And we have IP config. Yeah, the security snapshot just goes to it just goes to this the page it was already on. It just redirects to this. I mean, it goes to a capture page unless it's, let's just see if we don't follow the redirect what happens. Oh, my music stopped. Let me find some other music for us. We'll try this one. Oh, interesting. So now it's trying to redirect me to data/3. So do you think there's a data/1? Isn't that odd? And that just redirects me to the home page. What up, Simnatic? Good to have you here, my friend. Over on YouTube. So this, all of this just redirects us back to this. Yeah, we could buzz. We could fuzz some basic Linux commands. It's actually a good idea. Let's see if we can just find a GitHub with just all Linux commands, and we'll just run it through Cato and fuzz them all. YOLO. See what happens. Okay, never mind. That probably won't work. I can just do it manually. We'll just do some like basic commands, the ones that come to mind. Unless I can find a payload. Okay, I could pull all these out and do it this way. Oh, dude, Leon, you're a genius, bro. Give me a list of the... Look at that. Let's take that list. And then we'll load that into Cato. We'll go to Files, Browse, Tyler. Where did I put HackTheBox? Why would I put in my downloads? Am I stupid? Obviously I am. Alright, now if we go to something like this, we'll just send this to Automate. And we'll capture this. We'll mark that. Command, yep, that looks good. Looks good, and we'll hit start. All the same length, so none of those worked. How about... I bet I'm way overthinking this. Like, I'm eventually going to look at the guided mode or whatever, and it's going to be something super obvious, and I'm just in a silly rabbit hole. let's back up a little bit while ChatGPT does this. What do we have so far? Nothing real interesting there. And just stop that. Somehow this is communicating, like somehow this web app is executing system commands. But there's no spot that I can see that accepts user input with the exception of search. If we search like on the netstat page, you think it passes the search parameter to netstat somehow? Like some weird thing like that? So if I do like netstat page, where's my other Firefox at? Yeah, we'll try these in a little bit. Yeah, data 3 just redirects every time though. I did change the 3. I did 1 as well. Look, I'll prove it to you again. Guess we could just fuzz that. Oh. What? Oh. It gives us a PCAP. Everything else seems to redirect Leon, but 0 gives us this information. And now we have a PCAP. This sure looks interesting, because these are none of my IPs. So we're doing a GET request from .16. Please enter PCAP to be analyzed. So someone uploaded this PCAP. So if I'm understanding this app correctly, someone uploaded, like an authenticated user, uploaded this PCAP file that we're looking at to be analyzed, and now we have access to it. Let's look to see what's in here. Can I not scroll? What the heck? Oh, let's clear our filter, shall we? Ooh. FTP, which is not encrypted. So what if we follow that? Oh, there it is. We have a username password. That was pretty cool. That was pretty neat. See, like, once again, the quality of HackTheBox machines are just well done. I've never seen an attack that way, but it also wasn't like, you know, super difficult to follow and actually quite realistic. That's one of the reasons we say don't use FTP, because it's not encrypted, right? If this was SFTP, so secure FTP, where it encrypts it, I couldn't read the password in plain text. You can actually set this up as a lab. If you set up FTP and just monitor your traffic with Wireshark, you'll be able to see those clear text credentials just like that. Whoops. So we can check FTP, but can I just SSH as Nathan, just like go all out? I don't think I need Wireshark anymore. Boom! We have SSH access. So let's switch back over to our SSH tab. Whoops. All right, let me get caught up in any questions chat might have, and then we'll start working on ProveEsk. Oh, Leon noticed it right away. He said, I saw FTP in the protocol. Love my FTP PCAP. Yeah, you were one step ahead of me there. Oh, there's notes.txt in the communication stream? I didn't even see that. I'll have to go back to that. How did you learn about being able to see clear text just as using Wireshark? Yeah, it's the protocol itself. Leon's right. It's not encrypted. So you think about HTTP compared to HTTPS. The S is for the encryption. Then I can't see things in clear text. SSH is encrypted. Like, you can't see SSH in clear text. Hey, Tyler, I have a question. If I just watch walkthrough in your room that I want to hack, and then after 1 or 2 days I try to hack it by myself, yeah, go ahead. The goal is just learn. It doesn't matter if you use walkthrough. The goal is learning. As long as you learn something, you're winning. All right, let me make sure I'm not missing stuff on LinkedIn. All right. We're not in any groups. Might as well get our user flag. I'd say that was easy. Took me a little bit, but what, we're only an hour in and we have a user flag? Alright. Let's get the lay of our land. Bash history is going to null, so we don't need to check that. Just checking some common stuff real quick, and then we'll start. I might even go back to that PCAP, because Leon said he saw some note stuff. I must have just missed that. Oh, so the name of the machine is cap because of the PCAP, right? If I check, let me get my other notes pulled up. All standard stuff there. I don't think any of that's interesting. Could run PSPy. Oh, is it really in my screenshot? Oh, word. We can just access notes.txt though. Like, if we go... We can probably just download it ourselves, I'd assume. Oh. So in the PCAP, it was notes.txt. So this is actually in his home directory. Let's see if we can... Well, we won't be able to see notes.txt in clear text itself because he just downloaded it. He didn't list it at all. Oops. There's a password, login successful. It wasn't hidden, was it? I don't think I can read notes.txt, but maybe we can search for it. Is it note or notes? Notes.txt. It appears notes.txt is thoroughly removed from the system. We need to get linpeas. Here, we can probably close Kato out for now. Oh, here, let's just curl it. Host a Python server, and then we'll transfer linpeas over to our victim. 10.10.14.4 linpeas.sh. Make it executable and run it. Anat said, "Hey Tyler, this session was really interesting. Thank you so much. You'll be sharing a recorded video." Yep. Yeah. As long as I don't rage quit like I did last night, usually all the YouTube streams end up on my YouTube channel as a recording. Feels good to be doing like a classic CTF. Turn my music up a little bit. Let me know if the music gets too loud for you guys. I'm gonna turn it up a tad bit. I need some hype music as we do this. I doubt it's gonna be a kernel exploit with sudo. If it is, it's not intended, so we'll just kind of ignore that. So, I should explain what I'm doing here for those of you who might be new. What linpiece does is it checks common privesc methods on a Linux machine. There's a Windows alternative called WinPeas, and so we're just looking through the results of linpiece right now. And I'm looking for things that might stand out to me. And then we'll run, I think actually Nobot said it. Yeah, I said I was thinking too, Nobot. We'll run PSSpy afterwards. And what PSSpy does is, without root privileges, it will tell us. Oh, so you can see. Sorry, I get distracted. Anon, all this stuff like Anon upload enabled, you can see it's commented out. That's why we couldn't access it. But PSSpy will tell us what processes are running in the background. Maybe there's a script running that we can't see, but we can somehow mess with. Oh, what's this? Oh, we have Python 3.8 with capabilities. That might be our way in. We'll just see if that just gives us a bash shell or not. We'll come back to that. Let's make sure we're not missing anything else that might be interesting here. All right. Look at that. I just rooted the machine, ladies and gentlemen. 1 hour and 8 minutes later, we are root. Done. Freaking, that's how lead I am. Much better than yesterday. Just like that. Root was almost too easy, though. Hey, you guys saw it here. Saw me do it. I say root was very easy. That's pretty common prevest there. But overall, fun machine. It helps encourage me from my failing of yesterday when I was trying to do some weird AWS Jenkins stuff. But here we are. We have officially rooted whatever this machine's called. Cap, no cap. We got it. And hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I think I am going to end it here. A good hour-long stream. If you missed part of this, I will be posting the full video on my YouTube channel. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. It is my main platform. And I also think, let me check. We are super close to 11,000 subscribers. Let me check. We are at 10,977, and according to YouTube, most of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed. So I don't normally say this, but hit the subscribe button. Let's see if we can get to 11,000 subscribers, and let's raid someone. Let's raid another person on Twitch. So I can't raid on YouTube, but if you're on YouTube, here, I'm going to drop a link to the Twitch. If you're on YouTube right now, come join me. On Twitch, I'm going to drop a link here. Oh, it didn't work. All right, let me just type it. All right, you people on YouTube. Well, first, I'm going to stop the recording. So those of you watching the video afterwards, thank you for being here. I will see you in the next one.